Well, in a week, interest on student loans will start accruing again, while payments are set to be due starting in October after being on pause for 3 years due to the pandemic.
It's going to be a bit of a shock, I'm sure, for a lot of budgets right now. But the question is, are you prepared to start making those payments? They're due. This morning, finance professor Dan Riccotto joins us with everything you need to know. Also, ways you can prepare for it. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Good morning.
What's up, Mel? Hi, Denise. The party was epic. Here comes the hanging.
Yeah, here we go. So what do borrowers need to know right now?
Yeah, this is a tough one. So as you said, payments start October the 1st, and 43 million Americans are sitting around their breakfast table this morning trying to figure out, where's this money going to come from? According to a recent survey, 62% of borrowers say that they can't or don't intend to pay. That's probably a bad strategy. But here's what you need to know. If you're in trouble, you can't pay, you don't pay for that first year, there's this thing called the onboarding process where, yes, your payment is due for those 12 months, but if you don't pay it, there'll be no delinquency report and there'll be no reporting you to the credit agency. So it won't hurt your credit for those first 12 months. But interest does accrue, so that meter starts running, as Denise said, really on September 1st when it comes to your interest. So if you can't pay or if you're not planning to pay, probably not a good strategy.
Okay, so can it do any long-term damage to your credit if not, early on?
Exactly. So what happens is, again, you get that year, if you will, think of it as a grace period, not from payments, but from that delinquency. But after that, it can really crush your credit score. And as you guys know, that can stay on there for a long time, and it has long-term implications, none of which are good. In the extreme, actually, the government can garnish your wages. There's fees that pile up. As I said, interest piles up. So hope is not a strategy. Just hoping that this goes away is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, because you could end up paying so much more in so many different ways in the long run. Okay, so all this being said, Dan, what is your best advice heading into the new deadline?
And that's really the key question. So, number one, don't boycott. That's probably not a good idea. As I said, hope is not a strategy. Number two, sit down today and start budgeting out, okay, what can I do differently? Is there one less streaming service I could cancel? That sort of thing. But they're the decisions that people have to start making today. Here's some good news, guys. There's these income-based repayment plans. They've been around a while. The president is trying to expand it now so that you pay a portion of your income. So if you're in a lower paid job or you have no job, there's a possibility that you'll pay very little, even zero, as well. So check that out. Your best resource is studentaid.gov. It's a great government website. Yes, Melissa, I said great and government in the same sentence, but there's lots of great information there, and that's really your portal to try to navigate through your options.
All right, Dan, thank you. Great advice, as always. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, have a good weekend.